Okay, now it's time for another video in my winch rebuild series. The Albright solenoid. A lot of guys are switching to the Albright solenoid. Even Warren winch itself and Super Winch are switching to an Albright type of solenoid. It was mainly used, the main use started with a lot of the competition guys running winch comps in New Zealand and Australia and overseas. And it's proved to be a very good replacement for the older type of solenoids. I believe it's rated at 100 amps, continuous, take about 400 amps for about 80 seconds. I've run mine a lot longer than 80 seconds at full tilt, that's for sure, under full load, which I know I shouldn't. And I've never had a problem with it. So what I'll do is I'll just go over the specs on the Albright solenoid and the installation procedure and process. It's pretty easy. It's very simple and straightforward. Okay, I have an excellent photograph here given to me by a member of the Pirate 4x4 forum. It shows the wiring of the Albright solenoid. Now, if you look up at the right-hand corner, you will see a post with A on it. The A, the F2, and the F1 posts go to the appropriate contacts on the winch motor itself. The A post represents the normally closed contact. If you look at the post with the plus on it, that goes to the battery feed or the positive on the battery. Here's another photograph of the solenoid, but now it highlights the 3 spade terminals. The middle is earth or ground, which you connect to your winch and to the negative on your battery. And the 2 outers are in and out that you will hook up to the controller of your winch. So you can power in and power out. Self-explanatory. Make sure you use a waterproof connector, and I always use a dielectric silicone to keep the water out and corrosion down. Here's just another example of the mounting of the solenoid. You can see how they mounted it to the fender inside well. Also, the fellow has put extended connectors on it so he can, that just gives it a little bit of extra room to attach everything. It is a tight fit inside a vehicle, that's for sure. This particular photograph shows how the original 4 solenoids on the 8274 Warren winch were replaced with the Albright, and it was housed inside the front case of the winch. It's a good setup. Just make sure that it's waterproofed and you have the dielectric silicone possibly on all the connections. In Canada, it wouldn't last very long there, maybe in the winter with the salt spray on it. That's why I chose to mount mine inside the truck. I just thought I would show this photograph of a in and out switch on the dash with a winch cutoff switch. An excellent setup by one of the members on the I Hate Mud forum. And the Albright solenoid allows easy access and easy hookup for a switch like this inside the dash. Highly recommended, especially with that winch cutoff button. To make life easy, here's an excellent diagram of how you have to set up your solenoid to your winch. You see the F1 and F2 contacts along with the A on the winch motor. Make sure you ground the solenoid to the motor and to the battery, or you will run into problems. It will not work. As well, you can see how it is connected to the socket for your winch controller. And here is one last photograph showing the hookups or the connections to the solenoid, as well as the dimensions of the solenoid, which come in very handy. This will be the last picture. I didn't have any of this information available to me when I set my solenoid up, and it was quite the chore. But I think I've put enough information in here with the help of several pictures from members of various 4x4 boards, which I would like to thank very much. And enjoy your Albright solenoid. I certainly enjoy mine.